Hunger for More Part 2. For those that don't know, this is the sequel to The Hunger for More, which debuted in June 29th, 2004. Platinum debut album. I actually remain the last New York City new artist with a platinum debut, #1 selling album. So
congrats on that.
I've owned that for the last 6 years. You know, I don't know. The competition is pretty, stiff this time, man. We out there same day as Nicki Minaj, Kanye West. We released November 22nd. We moved up a day to that Monday, so it'll be available. It's available for pre-orders now.
Okay.
And if you do pre-order, you can hear 30-second snippet of each song. So we pushing, man.
Right. I mean, and that's the thing, man. And a good thing about you, Banks, you didn't transition into the digital world so crazy, man. The Beamer Benz and Bentley joint, you just kind of like threw out there, and it just
millions,
out of there,
millions,
out of there, man. And that's the thing. You still, you remain the same, true to your lyrics, true to the real hip hop that you like to bring.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, what's Hunger for More 2? I mean, what can we expect? Because I know you did some on MTV. You say like, yo, I'm looking to really kind of work with some other artists.
Yeah. But Hunger for More 2, I think it has similarities, because I was in the same vein. I stare at the plaque, from the first album through the whole recording process. And, so definitely, like I had records like Die One Day, but now I got a new record on the album called Sooner or Later, which is similar, same message, and this one is featuring Raekwon. I got Styles P on the album, on a track called Unexplainable. I got a record with Pusha T. So I was able to get with a lot of the lyricists that I respected throughout my career, and I was definitely in the vein. I didn't call it HM2 just cause. I called it that because when I dropped Beamer Benz, I was in town for a day. I had to go overseas immediately following. It was added in like 4 days in New York City radio, and then it just skyrocketed from there. And I came home a month and a week later, and the record was crazy all over the city, and I'm getting calls from people I know out of town.
Wow.
Yo, the joint is making it down south. And so I was like, I ain't feeling energy like this since my first project. So why not, live up to the first one, man? Call it Hunger for More Part 2.
No doubt.
That's what's up, man. We got the homie Lloyd Banks, man, in studio. G-Unit's very own, South the World Famous Countdown. Hey, we got more coming up, man. We're going to talk about that overseas stuff, too, man.
Yeah, man.
And more of the album coming up, man. South the Countdown is Power 92.
Yes, sir. Let's get it in. Inside the World Famous Countdown, 773-375-92 for you. Lloyd Banks in studio, man. We're here talking about Hunger for More, man. He's connected with one of the most controversial individuals ever, Fifth, man. But somehow, Lloyd Banks seems to stay clear of all of that. How do you manage to stay clear of all of that mess? Except, we ain't going to talk about it. Well, we could about the CD in the car. What the hell happened?
What CD?
Okay.
When it leaked out?
Yeah. What happened, G?
It ain't leaked out no car. It leaked out of
a studio?
Somebody stole it?
Wait, hold on.
No.
Alright, I'm not mad now. I'm done.
You know what it is? Like, I was going crazy at that time. A lot of
wilding.
Yeah, a lot of wilding going on. Your friends could watch, things like that.
Oh.
Over here too, sweetie.
Hey, man.
That was the only thing. I stayed clear of a lot of as far as the raps, beefs and stuff like that go, because they knew I would, they knew what I was capable of.
Right.
So a lot of people, you would hear more big ups, mental daps. Oh, F everybody but Bill Banks is dope. Like, who you think gonna be the first shooter? Who's the first one gonna get sucked on? You know what I mean? That's gonna get sicked on you.
Right.
It's me, brother. So don't big me up, because I'm gonna be the first to tell you that.
Right, no doubt, man. You did kind of stay clear of that. Now, this is another thing. Now, we did an interview out in Los Angeles with The Game, and Andy actually did one. He was talking about, he's like, what, man, the whole G-Unit situation. We need to just say forget it, and basically get back
squash it, man. Put the band back together
and get some money in these streets. How you feel?
I didn't really pay attention to it. I singed it, but I didn't really pay attention to it because but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a video with a completely different tone tomorrow.
Wow.
It's happened that much. He's admitted, that he is part bipolar or whatever you want to say. But most of the crazy people I know don't admit they're crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, and at the end of the day, you gotta forget anybody outside the crew, even in the crew. You know what I'm saying? I had to step out the box and do me. You know what I mean? I had to make myself relevant.
Right.
I had to make me feel better with standing next to a powerhouse like 50.
No doubt.
Because ain't no handouts here. You understand what I'm saying? So,
There it is.
yeah, if I could see if it was a record or anything that entice a situation like, oh, you know, but I haven't heard anything that from the outside looking in.
Okay.
Why?
So you don't know, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why? If you didn't hear a Lloyd Banks record in 3 years, there was no anticipation. So they could understand when records like Beamer, Benz, and Bentley dropped, that starts the anticipation. So I don't. The whole reason for doing solo projects was to better us as individuals in our own solo career.
Okay.
To form that monster.
Right.
Not form the monster to better us as individuals.
Exactly.
We did that dance already.
Exactly.
Right. I
You
see
know?
what you're saying. I feel you.
We're going backwards now. You got to bring something to the table that makes sense to make us come back together.
All right. Let's talk about this, man. So it's a rumor going around, man. You know, you was the boy Jimmy Iovine, then that, you know, that dissolved.
Yeah.
But it's rumored that the man, he wants you back, man.
Yeah.
That he made a mistake, man.
You still almost a million units on a single. Wait, hold up.
Sorry.
Right. What happened with that, man?
Well, basically, you know, a lot happened, you know, from 2003 to, you know, 06. You know, that was that was the first year exactly when the economic crisis kind of like kicked in. Like a lot of albums didn't really do well that year as far as numbers go. I think it was like maybe 1 or 2 platinum albums that year in hip hop.
Right.
So everybody felt it, but you know, our expectations were so high because we set the bar and people.
Right.
Imagination is more vivid than life, so they seen, you know, a bigger success for us, but it didn't play out that way. And you know, I was released after my second project. You know, and you know, I didn't really point fingers at the time because I was disgusted with the industry as a whole.
Okay.
You know, I felt like everybody was sitting back. You know, it wasn't honest. I felt like the resistance came due to our success. It wasn't like, yo, they're whack, because you never would have been on in the begin with. It was more like they were winning and they're winning on their own.
And
you know, so you had We Are the World records and then you had GM.
Exactly.
The only ones that was intact and everybody else was together. So when it comes down to pick everything from a summer jam, a winter jam, spring jam to whatever, if you Tony Gayle, Lloyd Banks, and 50 Cent, the rest of the industry. That's kind of what it turned into, you know, and it was just like, for what, you know? At the end of the day, I think that the business savvy overshadowed the talent at some point. They start feeling like Banks was going to be good even if he don't do good. And that's true to a certain extent, but we ain't no handouts in the South Side. You know what I mean? We taught to go out there and get your own, you feel me? So I just want people to know that I'm definitely not content. And this is the second win in my career.
There you go.
There it is.
There it is, man. Boy with Lloyd Banks, man. Hot boys.
Yeah.
Finishing up the countdown, man.
New York Knicks.
Yeah. Chicago Bulls. Bulls. D-Rose is happening, man. And we going to get the Knicks back to shooting all them damn threes. Power 92. Power 92, man. Hot boys get it in. It is Deuces, your number 2 Power Jam. Man, what you saying here, man? Just chopping it up, man. Lloyd Banks, always a pleasure having him in studio.
Appreciate that.
Hunger for more too, man. Let's just talk more about the album, man. We got all the other stuff out there. Let's talk about the music right now, man, which is most important. So again, man, I just want you to tell everybody, man, especially for artists too, because you've had different kind of situations. What made you decide, you know what, man? You know, I'm really not interested in going back to a major label right now. I'm gonna just do me. What happened? How did that happen?
Well, you know, as a new artist, you come into the game, and you know that's your most vulnerable state. You know, you're honest. You want to do music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you're still coming to the realization with yourself that you're about to become rich, you know, off of this, something that you've been doing since, you know, teenagers. So,
yeah.
With all that being said, you know, you make mistakes. You come into the business looking at your label like a family.
Okay.
Because that's what they stress to you, you know, and it's not until things change and priorities shift to where you realize it's completely a business. It's 90% business, 10% talent. And sometimes that 10% is shared with your manager, because if you're not in the right place, then, you know, so let's say 5% is up to you. Yeah, so you can rap your heart out, man, and still fall victim to the system. And the transition wasn't that hard for me because we've been functioning, you know, as unit records for a while now. So I became, you know, comfortable with my staff, inner circle, you know, so, you know, when we got with EMI, it just complements what we already had. It wasn't like we were stepping to the plate like, what do we do now? It was kind of like, yo, this is what we want to do. Can y'all get on, and how can we make this push further, you know. So, and at the same time, I always between that time, that hiatus, I purchased a studio the first year my album came out, but I built a studio in my home, and that's where I started recording, man. I played possum. You know, the label was counting me out. Everybody counted me out. They thought I was somebody to let go. And it was because I had a lot of personal things going on and issues that I felt a lot of them were spurred from Interscope, you know, at that time, you know. So I just, you know, I weeded everybody out, man, and you know, Beamer Benz and Bentley was recorded in my home as well as Any Girl and started up. I mixed, mastered out the pocket. I mixed the record before I even brought it to 50, you know what I mean? Because that's how serious I was about it. And once he approved of it, he pushed the button, you know what I'm saying? And it came from the momentum of 5 mixtapes. I put out 5 mixtapes from September to December because I knew that I didn't want to just come out with a smash, because the first thing they're going to say is, where have you been, for one. For two, they're going to say, where's the next one? So at least when they say, now, where have you been, I've been on the internet grinding. This is what I've been doing, and my core following that been behind me the whole time, they know.
Yeah, I already know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like an accident. I ain't want to leave room for people to question if I was hungry.
There it is. There it is, man. Banks in studio with your hot boys, man. Your #1 power jam coming up right now. It's Power 92. Party with us, man.
Got to, man.
Got to, man.
Yeah, I'm with it.
How long the promo tour gonna be, man?
We on promo to the day the album comes out. And to be honest with you, it's about our 3rd week now.
Wow.
Okay.
So we're gonna do. I'm in Detroit tomorrow, and then working my way up north, and then after that, I'm immediately following out. I'm overseas, Australia,
Okay.
the UK.
Nice.
Wow.
Still promoting for Hunger for More too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing promo out there in between spot dates and stuff. I'm ripping and running, but I'm definitely gonna be back in this market.
That's, you know what, that's a big thing, man. We know this, you know, because we've been with you guys since y'all first came, G-Unit came, man. Yeah. And you guys, y'all promote, man. Y'all steadily promote. Y'all got albums. Y'all always come see us, man. You know, go to other markets and do y'all thing. And a lot of artists, they get lazy to that aspect, man. They reach a certain point, success, they feel like, oh, I ain't got to do that.
I ain't got to do that. Either that, or, you know, it's sad, a lot of the new artists, they're not even telling them. They're not even telling them that it's imperative for your career for you to go out and touch the public and be out there and be seen.
And do radio.
And partly it's because, you know, budgets are not the same, for one, so they... You know, they're not even giving you, and that's the good thing about being independent. It's like, all right, well, whatever's not put up. I mean, you always can say, as the artist,
invest in yourself.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be the goal, you know, for me to fund my next album. You know?
All right. That's what's up. Fun to get it right back. Put it right back up. Hey, man, that's how people want to follow you, dog. Are you heavy on the Twitter like everybody else, man? Get it in?
Yeah, just asked the girl last night. I'm heavy on the Twitter, baby. So, at Lloyd Banks. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, too. Facebook.com/LloydBanks.com. But, yeah, Twitter, I'm on there. I definitely, I read all the comments. It gives me a lane to hear immediate feedback from my fans and what they think. I put a record out every Friday, you know, and
Word.
I use that to, you know, determine what my direction is for the next week. Because they tell you, oh, I might want to hear something with a faster tempo or something with a slower tempo. So I go off what they prefer. So definitely catch me on Twitter.
Very good.
Be careful though. Don't watch what you say to me on Twitter. I'm one of the smart rappers. Like, I know how to correct your misspelling. I know how to do all that. So just get it together first, people.
Oh, here you go, man. There it is, man.
Ladies, holla.
Holla at the homie. He in town, ladies.
Yeah.
He in town. Leave it like that. He's in town. 773-375-92 for you. We're going to pick a winner, man. So y'all keep calling. We got Rick Ross tickets for you. I didn't want to. Yeah. Rick Ross. We got tickets here, Ross. You want to go? Thanks. You want to go? If you want to go, we got tickets for you. Front row.
Backstage.
Backstage. Fast as everything.
It's Power 92, man.
Yeah.